Portland situation, what is sort of the policy justification for federal officers not identifying their agency and their arrest authority when they take a protester into custody?
So I've been told by DHS that there is insignia indicating that they're law enforcement. They, in the case you're referencing, did identify themselves to the individual being obtained, but that they don't identify themselves to crowds because it would put them at great risk. And I think you can see that, as I noted, when they're sticking their hands into boards left out by some of the rioters. Yes.
Hey, Kayleigh. On June 16th, a little more than a month ago, the White House, via the Vice President, published an op-ed in the Wall Street Journal. The op-ed said that the media has tried to scare the American people about the coronavirus. It talked about low positivity rates and declining case numbers in half of the states. There have been 25,000 additional deaths since that was published. Does the White House still stand by that op-ed? And then just more generally, what happened here at the White House and the administration in the last month when the message was that this was a problem that was on the mend and being addressed, until now with the exploding cases we've seen and 141,000 deaths?
Well, the White House has always been very clear-eyed that as we reopen, we would see embers and in some cases fires. We've been very aggressive in addressing that, sent out 19 teams to go to emerging hotspots. Dr. Birx has been to 9 states. She does a lot of extraordinary work on that front. So we've been clear-eyed that as we reopen, we would see embers and sometimes fires, but we're encouraged that when you look at case fatality, for instance, we're below the European Union, we're below the average of the world, and I think that that speaks to our incredible work with therapeutics and our incredible work with testing, 46 million tests. The number 2 in testing in the world is India at 13.79 million.
Do you still see the main problem, as the op-ed pointed out, as the media trying to scare the American people over coronavirus?
I think in many cases the media has tried to scare the American people. I think there's been a deficit in reporting about the cost of staying shut down, for instance. When you have the fact that the American Cancer Society saying that during the pandemic we saw an 80% drop in cancer cases being identified, there are real costs to a draconian extended shutdown, and you never heard the other side of the health equation. You never heard that mammograms were down by 87% and colonoscopies down by 90% and drug overdoses going up month after month through the lockdown. So it was the right decision to make. The president saved 3 to 4 million lives, but it's important to note the other side of the health equation about what extended lockdowns do to the American people. Yes?
Yeah, the president says he wants to send these forces to other cities like Chicago.